How quickly does mold grow after water damage in Omaha? Let's find out. Mold is a serious concern following water damage, particularly in humid areas like Omaha, NE. Mold can quickly spread and cause significant damage to both your property and health. It's essential to understand how quickly mold can grow, how to spot it, and what actions to take to prevent it. This article will explore the factors that contribute to mold growth, how long it takes for mold to develop, signs of mold, and the necessary steps to prevent its spread. What is mold? Mold is a type of fungus that grows in moist, damp environments. It thrives on materials that have absorbed water, such as drywall, carpets, wood, and insulation. Mold spores are present in the air at all times and can land on surfaces that have retained moisture. When these spores find the right conditions, they begin to grow and multiply. Mold can pose serious health risks, especially to people with allergies or respiratory issues, as it can trigger symptoms like coughing, sneezing, skin irritation, and even asthma attacks. What causes mold growth? After water damage. Water damage is the primary cause of mold growth. When water enters a property, whether from leaks, flooding, or high humidity, it creates a damp environment that encourages mold growth. Materials such as drywall, carpets, and insulation retain moisture, which provides the perfect conditions for mold spores to thrive. The longer the moisture is left unchecked, the more likely mold will begin to grow. How long does it take for mold to grow? Mold can start to develop within 24 to 48 hours after water damage occurs. The timeline depends on several factors, including the severity of the water damage, the type of materials affected, and the humidity levels in the area. For example, mold growth is more likely to occur faster in warmer temperatures and areas with poor ventilation. In a humid climate like Omaha, mold can spread even more quickly. This rapid growth underscores the importance of acting fast after water damage. Immediate water extraction, proper drying, and dehumidification are necessary to prevent mold from taking hold. Signs of mold growth. Mold can sometimes be hard to spot, especially in hidden areas such as behind walls or under carpets. However, there are several common signs that may indicate mold growth. Visible mold. Mold may appear as dark patches, often green, black, or white. Water stains or discoloration. Stains on walls, ceilings, or floors may indicate water damage, which can lead to mold. Musty odors. A musty smell is a telltale sign of mold, especially if it is strong in certain areas. Allergic reactions. If you experience sneezing, coughing, or skin irritation, it may be due to mold exposure. If you notice any of these signs, it's essential to address the issue as soon as possible to prevent the mold from spreading further. Health effects of mold exposure. Mold exposure can cause a range of health problems, particularly for those who are sensitive to it. Common symptoms include respiratory issues, allergic reactions, headaches, and skin irritation. People with asthma or compromised immune systems are especially vulnerable. Long-term exposure to mold can lead to chronic respiratory problems, sinus infections, and even more severe health conditions. Certain populations, such as children, the elderly, and pregnant women, may experience heightened sensitivity to mold. This makes it even more important to take swift action if mold is detected in your home or business. So, common areas for mold growth. Mold is most likely to grow in areas that are frequently exposed to moisture. Common places to find mold growth after water damage include bathrooms. Showers and bathtubs are common spots for mold, especially around grout and tiles. Basements. Damp, unfinished basements are particularly prone to mold growth due to poor ventilation and high humidity. Kitchens. Areas around sinks, refrigerators, and dishwashers are vulnerable to mold because of frequent water spills. Attics. Roof leaks and poor airflow in attics can create the perfect environment for mold to grow. These areas should be inspected regularly for signs of mold, especially after a water-related event. Preventing mold growth. After water damage. Preventing mold growth after water damage requires quick and thorough action. Here are some steps to follow. Remove standing water. Quickly use a wet vacuum or mop to remove standing water from the affected areas. The faster you remove the moisture, the less chance mold has to develop. Dry affected areas. Use fans, dehumidifiers, and open windows to improve airflow and help dry out the area. The longer the moisture remains, the greater the risk of mold growth. Improve ventilation. Open windows, use exhaust fans, and install dehumidifiers to lower the humidity in the area. Mold thrives in high humidity conditions, so keeping humidity levels below 50% is key. Inspect hidden areas. Check behind walls, under carpets, and in other hidden spaces for residual moisture that could lead to mold. A moisture meter can help detect dampness in areas that may not be visible. Professional mold remediation. If you notice visible mold or suspect that mold is growing in hidden areas, contact a professional mold remediation company. They have the proper tools and expertise to safely remove mold and prevent it from returning. Mold can begin growing within 24 to 48 hours after water damage, particularly in humid climates like Omaha. The faster you address water damage, the less chance mold has to spread. By removing standing water, drying affected areas, improving ventilation, and seeking professional help when needed, you can significantly reduce the risk of mold growth. If mold is already present, it's essential to act quickly to protect your health and property.